This bend is probably the most significant bit of water in the world right now. I mean, 1/5 of the world's oil passes through it every day. Well, it did. Until
U.S. and Israeli attack on Iran.
Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been killed in a...
It's time to learn about the Strait of Hormuz, because when we're talking about any conflict in the Gulf, oil is always going to be part of that conversation. Iran actually holds about 9% of the world's crude oil. Despite decades of war and sanctions throttling their crude oil production, in recent months it's soared to historic highs, mostly due to Iran's relationship with China, who now buys about 90% of their oil. You know, China, the US's fiercest economic rival on the global stage. But Iran's impact on the oil economy extends way beyond just their exports. See, every day a truly massive amount of oil, natural gas, and also about 1/3 of the world's fertilizer needs to get from the producers over here to the consumers over here, which means passing through the super narrow Strait of Hormuz. Even small disruptions on the strait have massive impacts on the entire global economy, which is a worry for the West, given that shipping lanes shrink to just 3 kilometers wide at some points, and oh yeah, it's right next to Iran. Iran has long threatened to shut down the strait in response to Western military aggression. It even flexed those muscles last week by running military drills that closed the waterway for several hours during their negotiation talks with the US. However, many thought this was more bark than bite, that they'd never actually do it for an extended period of time. But after the US and Israel launched their war on Iran over the weekend and killed their supreme leader, Iran's Revolutionary Guards broadcast warnings to tankers saying that no ship would be allowed to pass. They still haven't actually formally blocked the waterway, but after a number of ships in the strait were attacked, some aligned with the US and UK, others seemingly carrying oil for Iran, many tanker operators have told their ships don't risk it and to drop anchor on either side. Oil prices have already shot up over this, and economies around the world are freaking out. The strait has always been Iran's ultimate last resort. The question now is whether, for the first time in history, they've decided that there's nothing left to lose.